Welcome back to another video, and well, I'm finally back for being so gone for so long. Ever since the last video. Well, besides the video that I uploaded like it was like a couple days ago, which was the opening for Cyberstorm Access. And well, I decided to do a deck profile, one of the new decks that got support in the new set, which I didn't do a deck profile on because I didn't complete the deck until later. But yeah, fuck all that. Today we're gonna do a purely deck profile post Cyberstorm Access, and well, let's just get right into it. 3 purely, obviously. You gotta play this card at 3. There's like no debate, because this card is literally the best one. When it's summoned, you get to excavate the top 3 and add whatever purely quick play card. No, wait. Is it? No. Any purely card, spell or trap. Also place the rest. So yeah, place the rest under the deck or shuffle it. And during the main phase, you can reveal 1 purely quick play spell in your hand. Special summon 1 Xyz monster from your extra deck that mentions that card by using this card you control as material, and attach the revealed card to the summoned monster, and it's treated as an Xyz. Now for the new one, the other good one, Purrely. When this is summoned, you get to add a purely card, not a quick play though. So it has to be the continuous or the field spell or the trap. And his other effect is you get to target a purely quick play and exceeds whatever Xyz monster mentions that quick play that you're targeting, which is very good. I seriously can't wait for the new Xyz for him, so we can finally use Sleepy Memory. For the engine that I'm playing, I'm not playing the bridge, so I'm playing Dark World engine. Also because I don't like have bridges. So we're playing this because, well, you get to cycle more resources through this. So like, you pitch this off like whatever purely quick play, you get to add Brow, and you don't really lose much resource because you get to activate another one, pitch Bro, and then freaking draw a card, which is very nice. Now for the hand traps, it's very debatable on what you want to play. I'm playing 3 Drolls, 3 Ghost Ogre, 3 Ash, and 2 Veiler. What I've seen is that people are maining Gamma, just so like they can play around like Ash or some shit, and which is pretty good too, because that means you can like take out, I guess, like Ash and a Veiler for the Gamma package, and whatever one more card that you need to put in. But I don't have like XL Synchron and Baron because that's what you usually do, so that way you play around more hand traps. But this is what I'm running, and if you have like XL Synchron or Baron, you definitely play that and you replace whatever extra deck I'll get to. For the spells, obviously 3 of my friend Purrely. This is the one that you pay 500, you reveal 3 of, it could be the same, of the quick play Purrelys, and you get to add, your opponent randomly chooses 1 to add to your hand. And when if a face-up Purrely Xyz monster you control leaves the field because of an opponent's card, even during the damage step, you can add up to 3 purely quick play spells with different names from your graveyard to your hand, which is very good because now you can just keep recycling. I just wish we had a way to recycle the monster. 3 Pretty Memory. Each player gain 1,000. Then you discard a card, and if you do, special summon purely monster from your deck. And if this is attached under one of the Xyz. You get to, once per turn, you can send one other card you control to the graveyard, then target one card your opponent controls and attach it, which is very nice. 3 of Happy Memory does the same thing, but it does the same thing to all of them have the same first effect to discard and special Purrely from deck, just to get that out the way. But they all do different stuff. Like this one, choose one card on the field, and until the end of the next turn, the first time it will be destroyed by a card effect, it is not destroyed. And if this is attached under one of the monsters, this card can attack monsters a number of times each battle phase up to the number of Purrely Happy Memory attached to it. Delicious, you choose one monster in the field until the end of the next turn. It cannot be destroyed by battle. After choosing a card, then you can apply, special Purrely by discarding. And this one provides 300 attack and defense for each material attached. Purrely Sleeping Memory, this is the new one. I prefer to always attach this. My bad, I wasn't showing it. I always prefer attaching this every time with the field spell, because this gets you a draw at the end. The next battle or effect damage you take this turn will become 0, which is very nice, so that way they can't burn you in time, they can't do anything to actually inflict damage. So, and once per turn during your opponent's standby phase, you get to draw a card. So if you have 3 of this attached under a Purrely, you get to draw 3, which is very nice. The field spell prevents your special summon Purrely monsters from being targeted. And once per turn, if face up Purrely Xyz monster you control leaves the field, you get to special summon one level 1 Purrely monster from your deck to the graveyard. And once per turn during the end phase, you get to target one Purrely Xyz monster on the field and attach one Purrely quick play onto it. And the trap, Purrely Leap, it's literally just target one of the Xyz monsters that you have and just make the bigger ones basically. And if this is in your graveyard, you can banish this card and then target up to 3 Purrely monsters in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, which is very nice sometimes. But I wish this was a spell so we could do it, because we need something to shuffle back the monsters just in case you burn out of resources. Now for extra deck, we're gonna start off with the non-Purrely ones. Sylvan Princess Spirit. This is basically detach 1 and mill 1 from your deck. If it's a spell or trap, you add it, which is very good, because half of your deck is spells, and otherwise you send it to the grave. This other effect doesn't really matter because it's really just plant based. Lyrilusk, Assemble Nightingale, Assemble Robin, Downard, and Zeus, because obviously you kind of just want to break boards or something. Now for the Purrely, Purrely, they all do different effects. At the damage step, if this card battled, you can add 1 Purrely card from your deck to your hand. If this card has Purrely Happy Memory as material, you could have the attack of one face-up monster on the field. And up to thrice per turn, when you activate a Purrely quick play spell, you can then quick effect attach it to that card. Then you can return 1 spell or trap your opponent controls to the hand, which is very nice. The last effect, it's always the same, up to thrice per turn to quick effect attach once you activate the quick plays, but they all do different stuff at the end. So this one is the negate, where you could target an effect monster your opponent controls, negate its effects until the end of this turn. This is a quick effect if you have Purrely Happy Memory. No, Purrely Pretty Memory, my bad. And obviously the up to thrice per turn, you get to attach it, and then you could change the battle position of one of your opponent's monsters, which doesn't matter personally. I love this one. I think this is the best one because you get to target up to 2 spells or traps in the graveyard, detach them from your grave, and it's a quick effect. If Purrely Delicious Memory is attached to it, then the other effect is literally you can detach this. You can banish a card, banish a monster until the end phase. That's when you equip. That's when you attach the stuff. I'm playing one of this. Some people don't play it at all, but personally, I just want to play because it's cute. Both Noir and Happiness have like, it's basically like Zodiac, but you have to have 5 materials attached under to one of these. So this card is unaffected by your opponent's activated effects while it has 5 or more materials. Then you can attach 2 materials from this card and target 1 card your opponent controls or in either graveyard. Place it at the bottom of the deck. It's a quick effect if it has a level 1 Purrely. And this one, you can, during your main phase, detach 1 material from this card, and if you do, negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls until the end of this turn. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this effect's activation if this card has a level 1 Purrely under it. And when an attack is declared involving this card that has 5 or more materials, inflict 1,500 damage, which is very nice, which I love, because that happened and I won a game with that, which is very funny. It was so cheesy. The dude didn't even read the card, so I was just like, alright, cool, now you're gonna take 1,500 game, and they called time. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's deck profile. I'm sorry for like messing this up so bad, but if y'all enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.